Yo, what is poppin', my guys? It is your boy Ashley, and I am coming to you with our Week 7 game in the IBA D1. We are playing Logical Rhythm and the Bikini Bottom Blastoise. Sorry about that, it's hard to read on the layout how small the logo is. But this was a matchup that I was pretty excited for. I thought that I had good prep. I think my team matches up very well. And we'll go ahead and talk about the team a little bit so you can kind of get an idea of what we were shooting for. Right, first we have Scrafty. This is the threat. He has Mega Horn, Earthquake, Sword Stance, and Rock Slide with enough speed to outspeed Tornadus-T at +1. So basically my plan was to go to Scrafty, force a switch, and Sword Stance up, and then sweep this man's whole team, because Earthquake hits Donphan as well as Bikini. Rock Slide hits Tornadus, and I think Rock Slide hits Rabombi as well, with Mega Horn hitting Mega Sableye and Slowking. So no speed pass this week. It's also holding the expert belt, and my goal was just to get this thing in, Sword Stance up, and try and sweep this man's team with the Scolipede. However, we can't all just depend on one Pokemon. We have to bring a couple more. We have Gracium Z Heatran, because he does have Slowking and Donphan, two mons that I was very worried about with bringing Heatran. I'm running Solar Power, Earth Power, Lava Plume, and Stealth Rock, because rocks are going to be really nice to get up. He does have the Rabombi, which maybe put Focus Sash. He does have the Tornadus-Therium, which is going to help negate some of that Regenerator health recovery if we can get the Stealth Rocks up. And this set is just EV to outspeed, max speed Slowking. Just because I wanted to be able to fire off a Solar Beam without any fear whatsoever that he might be faster than me. I know Slowking is very slow, and I think I also sped crept certain Donphans as well. I can't exactly remember. The prep was a couple of days ago, but I'll go right into Caliwally the Espeon. This is a Choice Scarf set, obviously with Magic Bounce, and that's going to have Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Hidden Power Ice. So this is basically going to be my revenge killer. I'm just going to have this in to come and lay off some solid damage on anything that wants to come in, because if you look, like, Mega Sableye is his Shadow Ball switch in. As far as Dazzling Gleam goes, Victini is his Dazzling Gleam switch in. Psychic, he obviously has Sableye. I have to get rid of that. I can't exactly remember what I brought Psychic for. He has a mon that he didn't bring that Psychic hits that I needed it to. But Psychic actually does not do too hot against this man's team. But that is why we also have Hidden Power Ice to take care of the Tornadus, since none of those things are going to be able to hit super effectively. Yeah, so Choice Scarf Espeon, nice little revenge killer. And it has enough speed to outspeed a Scarfed Victini. So Timid Scarf Victini. We also have today a Scrafty. This is Yeezy. I love Scrafty. This is one of my favorite Pokemon to use if I get the chance. I like any mon that can Dragon Dance, but Scrafty is just such a cool mon. It gets such cool abilities. This week we are running Moxie, Dragon Dance, Drain Punch, Knockoff, and Stone Edge. So as you can see, that is going to be doing some pretty good damage across. The Drain Punch is not that great of a bring, seeing how he has a Fairy type, two Psychic types, a Ghost type, and a Flying type. But it is going to help us get some health up against Donphan, and that could definitely come in handy, getting some health back from Donphan, as well as getting the Moxie boost. Now, I have to be at +2 to outspeed Tornadus. I EV'd it so that I would outspeed a Timid Tornadus by 1 point, or a Naive, whatever those things run, by 1 point after 2 Dragon Dances, because I couldn't do it after 1. So that is why I gave my Scrafty the Koba Berry, because the Koba Berry is going to allow me to live a Hurricane on about 40%, and Ice Shard is not enough to take me out as far as priority damage goes. And Sableye can give me a burn or something like that, but the damage will pretty much already be done. Again, Stone Edge and Knockoff are going to be doing a majority of the work here as far as putting in a sweep with Scrafty goes. And next we have Alola Mola. This is our boy Drank, or I guess our girl Drank. I can't remember. Yeah, it's a girl. That has Wish, Toxic, Knockoff, and Scald, running max special defense, because his physical threats couldn't really do a whole ton to me anyway. Even a Bolt Strike from Adamant Victini will only do about 37% to this Alola Mola. So as long as I have good wishing and good regenerating, That'll help a lot. But I have Toxic because I made this thing a special defensive wall, because this way is a special defensive wall. It only takes about 45 from Hurricane from Tornadus. It takes nothing from any of Slowking's special attacks. And I can throw off a Toxic and Wish and stall out this Slowking if it comes down to that. Seeing as how it can easily knock out my Scrafty, even if it gets a knockoff off. It has to be at like +2 to knock it out. And yeah, I just really think that Alola Mola is going to be a really important mon this week to Pest Wishes and things like that. Finally, we have Loudpack the Noivern. This boy is EV to outspeed. It's EV to outspeed Tornadus-T by 1 point, so that will always be faster than Tornadus-T. I have U-Turn, Boom Burst, Draco Meteor, and Dark Pulse. So again, a little bit of prediction is going to come into the game, seeing as he does have a Boom Burst immunity in Mega Sableye. But overall, I have high hopes for this team. I think that we can do some pretty good work. I think that as long as we make the right plays that we need to, we can come through. And I'm very excited to be, taken to the streets, doing our week 2 battles. So let's go ahead and start it without further ado. I'm going to go ahead and start this replay and get the game going. So he is going to lead Tornadus-Therian, while I lead Noivern. So here, I really wanted to Draco, but I didn't want him to predict and go into a Bombi. I should have just U-turned, but instead I'm just going to fire off the Boom Burst, giving him an absolute free switch into Mega Sableye, which is really unfortunate. I could have definitely used a U-turn there, but unfortunately it is not the case. So I'm going to U-turn here, just get out of there, and hoping he's going for like a Will-O-Wisp or a Toxic or something like that, because he knows I'll have to switch. I go into my Espeon, hoping that, he'll try a Magic Bounce and it'll just bounce back and forth. But I'm an idiot and didn't think that he would probably just go for the knockoff. That's the freest knockoff of his entire life. Gets rid of an item, and I go right into my Espeon and lose it turn 2. So there goes my Revenge Killer. I'm really not happy about that, seeing as Scarf Shadow Ball could have put in a good bit of work against this team, especially not against this, as well as Dazzling Gleam could have as well. So here I'm going to try and set up, and he burns me on the Fire Punch, which is super unfortunate, because now this thing is pretty much dead weight. I can't live another Fire Punch and burn, so I can't set up another Swords Dance to put me back to normal. So I'm just going to switch out and save that as a sack for later. Really angry that went the way that it did. Like, I got the burn there, but that's just the game we play, man. You can't let it bother you that much. I'm going to take the knockoff there pretty well, because we are Z-move Heatram, and he is going to go right here into Slowking. So try not to over predict. I'm just going to hit Lava Plume here, maybe fish for a little bit of a burn. That'd be nice. Unfortunately, we don't get it, so I'm just going to switch right out here, into my Alola Mola, and probably try and throw off a Toxic, or I have a lot of different options here. But he actually double switches into his Tornadus-Therian, so I know that I can take at least one Hurricane, and I want to get a Toxic off on this thing. So I stay in, and he hits the Hurricane, and I throw off the Wish. So I need the Wish in order to live 2. I'm not, So here for a fact, I know that I will live this one at about 20-something%. As you can see, it does 22, but he confuses me, and I hit myself while going for Toxic. So that's just another bit of bad luck. The hacks are not with us today, my guys. They're absolutely not. But you have to play around it, man. You can't let it get in your head. So I'm just going to go ahead here and switch out and go right into Noivern, because I'm fine with sacking this thing off if he wants to go for something crazy. If not, it allows me to put a little bit of damage out on him. As he gets the Hurricane, puts me at 26. So here I'm just going to go for the Draco and find out that he is in fact Assault Vest, which is really bothersome to me, because that could have killed. Like, it was a roll to kill at where it was from if it was not Assault Vest, and as you can see, it ate that like a nice Sunday brunch. I'm going to go right here into Heatram, because I don't feel like he has a whole lot he can do to me, and I think I'm just going to fire off another Lava Plume. Not playing any games, and also I think that if I fire off a Lava Plume and he goes into Slowking, it'll do the chip that I need for Z Solar Beam to take it out, and it would kind of lure him into thinking that I actually don't have Z Solar Beam. Maybe I'm Fire Z or something crazy like that. But here I'm fearing the speed. I don't know how fast this thing is, and it does have the possibility to outspeed me, so I just make the safe play and go right here into my Alola Mola. Even though it's not a physically defensive set, it takes that okay. After leftovers, it really only did about 33%, I think. Yeah, something like that. I'm just going to throw off the Wish here, as I assume he's going to Earthquake again. I know, he goes for Stealth Rocks. I'm sorry, I forgot. So we're sitting at 4 and 6 right now. and I'm a little worried because Scolipede is dead weight. Scolipede is useless. After that burn, it really cannot do anything for me that I need it to do. Right here, I'm just going to go for the knockoff on the switch, trying to get rid of that Donphan's leftovers. I think it has leftovers. Yeah. And get wished all the way back up to 100 and do a nice 19 or 31% on the knockoff. So here I know that I can take a Bolt Strike, but Scald is only doing about 23%, and I just didn't know how I felt about that. I'm going to go straight out into Heat Train and fire off the Earth Power, trying to get the kill here, get the roll, and he lives on 10%. So the rolls are just not in our favor today, guys. And I'm not going to sit here and act like the rolls are the only thing that are attributing to how the game's going right now, because I've definitely made some bad plays, sacking off my Espeon for no reason, etc., etc., but it's really hard to come back from a bad decision with the burns and all that such. But I still have faith. I still think we can do it. We're going to go to Alola Mola as he misses the Hurricane, exactly as I planned. That's pretty much by the textbook how I drew it up when I went into Alola Mola. And I'm going to get the Toxic off. So this thing's Regenerator is going to be a little bit neutered, and it is not going to be able to sit here and stall me out with Hurricanes. Like, it could just keep going for Hurricane until it confuses me and gets enough to knock out, but that's not going to be the case, as you can see, because he is Toxic. He's just going to keep wearing down and wearing down and wearing down. So here, I think I go for the knockoff as he goes for the U-turn. And let's see. I'm trying to remember what he went into, guys. Sorry. Oh, he goes into his Mega Sableye. So I actually think I go for Scald here. It's going to do about 12%, maybe. Yeah, 11.2. I do get the burn, which is really nice, meaning that this guy's knockoff is not going to be doing that much damage. Although it's not really used for damage on Mega Sableye. It is more for taking off the items. Still nice to have that neutered. We're going to switch right out here into Scolipede because I'm just ready to sack this thing off. I don't think that it can do anything really for my team. He's going to go for knockoff, leave me on 8%, knock off my expert belt, and put me at 2%. So here I'm like, okay, I can get off a Mega Horn. I think I could possibly, even though I'm burned, I think I can do enough damage to pressure this thing out. And I miss the Mega Horn. I need to get a Rabbit's Foot or something, man, because now that thing's going to recover all the way back up to full. I'm going to die to the burn damage. And now this Sableye is sitting here like pretty much like I never did anything to it at all. And I have Scrafty and Alola Mola. So here pretty much my only choice. I know that Alola Mola cannot do anything to Sableye. So I'm just going to Dragon Dance up here. And because Sableye can't do much, he's going to go for the knockoff here and knock off my Koba Berry. That's fine, because now I don't need the Koba Berry, because I can just Dragon Dance here and outspeed Tornadus-T and knock it out with a Stone Edge. So losing the Koba Berry is fine. It also means that he's not going to be able to do that much more damage to me. He misses the Toxic, which is really, really nice. And after looking at the calcs, he can recover Stall me. Absolutely, he can recover Stall me. So I absolutely have to get this third Dragon Dance up. I know he's going for the Toxic, but hopefully I can take out this Sableye very quickly and minimize the amount of Toxic damage and sweep through. Because he's probably going to go Tornadus-T, and he's probably going to go Rabombi. And if I can get rid of those two Pokemon, I think Alola Mola can 1v1 the rest of his team. There's definitely a chance, as long as I can keep putting in the damage, as long as I can keep hitting these Stone Edges. Very, very important. Everybody knows how Stone Edge is, man. I don't have to tell you twice about it. We're going to put him on 2%, as I think he recovers again. Yeah, he has no reason not to sit here and just spam recover. But all I have to do is just hit one more Stone Edge. Or I might go for knockoff, because I think knockoff does a certain amount. I can't remember. Yeah, knockoff, because knockoff did 50% men to his Sableye set. So figured it would be the safe play. Don't want to risk missing a Stone Edge. Now we are sitting at plus 4 attack, plus 3 speed, which is really, really good, because now we outspeed everything on his team. We are going to die in about 2 turns to Toxic, but all I have to do is take out the 2 mons that he wants to bring out on me. Unfortunately, as you can see, though, he has sashed Rabombi, and he's going to fire off the Moonblast and take out my boy Yeezy. So now it's going to take a lot of luck. It's going to take Hurricane misses. It's going to take smart wishing, smart play, and Lord knows if we'll do it. We'll see. We're going to go here into Drank as he throws off the Energy Ball. Great coverage move option, knowing that I have a Alola Mola. And it's only going to do about 42%. So I do throw off the Wish here, which is I'm glad I did, because now with my leftovers coming up, it's going to put me to where I can take out this Rabombi. As you can see, I'm going to fire off the knockoff here, take out this Rabombi, and get my Wish back, putting me at about 50%, somewhere around there. So now I'm just hoping he doesn't go into Tornadus-T, because at this point I'm playing for differential. I don't know if I can 1v1 Tornadus-T without hurricane misses and all that kind of stuff, and if I get confused, it's pretty much over. So here I'm just playing for differential. He misses the Bolt Strike, and I'm going to go ahead and hit knockoff and take out this Bikini, which is really, really nice. So now we're sitting at 3 versus 1. I am at about 70% after leftovers. Yeah, 71. And feeling pretty good, feeling okay. So he is going to go right here into Queen Shelly, which is his nice little slow king. And I'm going to Toxic here as he reveals that he is Choice Specs Psyshock. Had he been Psychic, I could have tanked that very well because of special defense. Had I knocked off, the Psyshock would not have been doing that much damage and would have allowed me to Wish Stall him out. But unfortunately, because I did not Wish or knock off either of those plays, I think... Well, no, pretty much I had to knock off there in order to win this game, and I didn't. That's a misplay on my part. So definitely sucks about the bad luck. Any of those mons that like the Scolipede, everything was Scolipede, missing the Mega Horn, getting burned, having Alola get confused while trying to Toxic the Thundurus. I'm sorry, the Tornadus. All that is very unfortunate, but I'm not going to sit here and act like it's the reason I lost the game. I definitely could have made better plays. I sacked my Espeon way too early. I should have gone into something like Alola or just Noivern. One of the less, there's a different, any mon. Probably Heatran would have been a nice switch in, considering it had knockoff. That really cost me, because there's so many scenarios in which I could have brought in Espeon and click Shadow Ball or something like that. But you have to play the game as it comes, man. It's always easy to look back in hindsight and try and decide, but I'm still learning, man. I'm trying to take more time with my plays. I think this game went a lot better than last week's game. Losing 3-0 is not ideal, obviously, but I think I played well. I feel like I always ramble at the end of these things. I feel like I played well. I'm happy with the team I have so far. It's got a lot of Pokemon that I've never used before. Like, I've never used Scolipede, I've never used Espeon, I haven't used Alola, never used Noivern, I haven't used a bunch of the mons that I didn't bring with me today. And I feel like this is a really good learning experience, playing good players, losing good games, and hopefully we can snag a win sometime here soon. So, big shout out to Logical Rhythm. It was a great game, and I hope we can snag another one sometime in the future, man. I'm really looking forward to playing some more games in the IBA D1. I'm having a lot of fun, even though we're losing, because this is a game, man. We play this game for fun. Obviously, it is competitive, and you want to win, but at the end of the day, it is about having fun. And if you can't lose a game and have fun, then I don't know, man. I don't really have anything to say about it. I'm going to quit rambling. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, all the bullshit. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of the team. Let me know what you think of the plays. And I will see you guys next week. Peace out.